I love Chainsaw Man. I think I've made that very clear in my previous videos. It's beautiful animation, stellar voice cast.
Cause when I fight a dude, it's nuts or nothing!
Fantastic fight scenes and compelling characters. It was one of those animes that really hit close to home. So much so that I decided to buy and read the manga. So you can imagine Chainsaw Man being one of my favorite anime/mangas. I was ecstatic to see there were figures for the anime, made by SHFIgure no less. Let's see what characters we have for this line. Okay, Denji, Power, oh nice, Chainsaw Man, and Makima! Makima is, hold up, let's pause real quick. I am going to get into manga spoilers in a second, and I know a lot of Chainsaw Man fans are anime onlys. So here's your warning. Skip to the timestamp on screen, or look through the chapters to when the spoiler section is over. Okay? You've been warned. I don't want to hear any bitching in my comments section. Makima is the control devil in the Chainsaw Man universe. To me, she is the perfect antagonist for Denji. She weaponizes Denji's teenage naivety so she can use him to awaken Chainsaw Man. I love her as the villain, seeing how she not only manipulates our main protagonist, but also the people around him, leaving subtle hints about her true nature. There are times while reading the books I was left in shock on how evil and cold she could be. Towards the end of part 1, she left Denji so depressed that he gave up his free will because he blamed himself for everything, including Aki's death, which was all orchestrated by her. And this killed Best Girl Power. By that point, I did not care how much of a wagon she had. I wanted to see her die by the hands of my boy. Denji, holy you didn't have to eat the goddamn! I could talk all day about how much I love Makima as a character and the main villain of part 1. However, most people like her for gooner reasons.
Finishing touch. Yeah, they're hot. You better be careful or I'll keep you like this all the time. I just might have to chase you around. Marry you.
So let's stop this talk of good writing or character depth and take a closer look at this SHFIgure's Makima figure. Hey everyone, it's me, MARV, also formerly known as Marvelous Animated Studios, but most of y'all don't know nor care about that. So today, we're finally getting around to reviewing the Makima SHFIgure, which I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm not gonna be shy about this. I love Chainsaw Man, like a lot, and this was a long time coming. So yeah, I've had this figure for a bit, and I know I'm probably late to most people reviewing it, but I don't give a fuck. Oh my goodness, I do not care. But, based off of just the box alone, I really like this presentation. And like I said, I'm not shy. I like Chainsaw Man. And this figure, I'm very excited because I have almost every single Chainsaw Man figure except Katana Man, which that might be a future review. And recently, it was also announced we were getting Aki, which that's got me super excited. Get the fucking trio for this series. And so on a first look, the box looks pretty good. I actually like that. I like that they have this like very messy paint on it. Like not the paint itself on the cardboard, but like this messy look, like the splashes of like pinks and reds for Makima. For Power, it was like I think it was like yellows maybe, or that was Denji. I don't remember, but yeah, honestly, I like the presentation so far, and yeah, so let's get into this review. So, now taking a closer look at the figure, I really like the sculpt and paintwork. She has a fairly simple design, essentially wearing office attire. I like the way they differentiated the materials by having the pants and shirt take on a more flat matte finish, but the shoes having a bit more of a shine to it. It really sells the idea that she is a boss of a government office job. I like that there are wrinkles throughout the figure where you would realistically see it on an actual person wearing clothing. That level of detail goes a long way to make the figure seem like she is wearing real clothes. The head sculpt is fantastic. The paint is clean while also looking accurate to her manga and anime look. One complaint I do have of the figure is I think she looks a little small. If we compare her to Power, which in canon they are supposed to be the same height, she appears to be a little shorter than Power. This is disappointing because I wish she was just a little bit taller. However, other than that, I think visually the figure looks amazing. Makima has some pretty good articulation. Now, unlike Chainsaw Man and Power, Makima is not a character we see fight all that much. At least not in the same way we see these two goons. So, she can't really get into crazy combat poses, which normally would be an issue for most figures I get. However, it doesn't bother me in the same way as if it was like a Spider-Man figure. Don't mistake this for her having bad articulation. She can still pose very well. Her joints feel nice and smooth, being able to kick forward this much. Her knees are able to go in this much, and her foot articulation has a lot of range. Being able to move down this much, up this much, and good foot rocker. If we take a look at the waist, it cannot crunch forward that much. However, it has decent backward crunch, while having decent range being on a ball joint. Her arms can go up this much and move at a full 360. The arms are not double jointed, only being able to move 90 degrees. Her hands move in the same way as other SHFIgure arts, so I won't go into detail. Her neck and head joint are on a double ball joint, being able to move a full 360 while also having stellar movement and range. Looking down this much, up this much, with fantastic side-to-side movement. Overall, I think this figure has excellent articulation. She may not be as capable as other figures, but she does everything that she needs to do right. When it comes to accessories, she does not disappoint. Makima comes with 5 faceplates, 14 interchangeable hands, extra legs to crouch, and a soft goods coat. The coat is made of a high quality fabric which looks to mimic her look from episode 1 of the anime. I think the coat is not only a welcome addition to the figure, but it does not hinder articulation. The extra legs were not an expected addition to this figure, but a welcomed one. It allows her to get into poses that her normal legs simply wouldn't be able to. They are pretty simple to put on. Remove the legs from the bottom of her waist and boom! When it comes to accessories, this figure delivers in spades. These accessories add so much customization to this figure. You can get her into any pose from the show and manga. Here are some size comparisons to other figures from the Chainsaw Man line. Like I said, she feels a little small sitting next to the others, but it does not bother me. For $77, she's actually worth the cost. With a well-sculpted figure that has clean paints, looks accurate to her book and anime counterparts. Overall, I think this is a great choice for any Chainsaw Man fan. If you look past some of its shortcomings. I give this figure an ultimate rating of 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching!